Hey guys, it's Kat here, and we are going to get right back into a Skeleton Crew episode 6 because we still have 3 episodes to go, basically finishing out the final half of the season, and shit has hit the fan a little bit now that Jod has essentially finally shown his true colors. I think he's finally accepted the fact that the kids aren't going to trust them because literally every person that they came across who had a history with Jod was warning the children not to trust him, so I think he realized he was trying to fight a losing battle and just decided to take action and use his, superiority here in the situation, his piracy to invoke the code and get SM-33, get Smee on his side working for him now so that he's no longer tethered to Fern and the kids, with Fern formerly operating as the captain. But I previously was under the assumption that he doesn't necessarily need the kids now, but I think it might still actually be in his best interest to try to rendezvous with them. I can see a scenario in which he still wants to capture them and keep them hostage, because that serves as leverage for him when he gets to Atten. It's probably going to be easier for him to roll into the place if he's returning these lost children. So I do think in some ways he actually still does need the kids, even if he doesn't necessarily need them for their ship anymore. He needs them still as a form of leverage, I think. So I do think it's actually in his best interest to hold them hostage, which is why I'm like, well, we'll see what freaking happens. I mean, I think all bets are off. These kids are no longer trusting him. I don't know, maybe this will turn into a little bit of a 360 here if the kids get scooped up by Brutus and, all the actual murderous pirates. They'll realize real quick that they maybe were a little bit safer in the hands of Jod, even though, yes, he overthrew them. But perhaps, I don't know, this will set up a scenario in which Jod might have to come fight them off and, save the kids and whatnot to get them, again, on his side, because the kids are leverage, I think. So, and also if Jod doesn't want to be followed, the kids saw the coordinates the same as him. So in either way, Jod would have somebody on his tail, because even if the kids escape him and accidentally fall into the hands of Brutus and company, Brutus would just, I'm sure, force them to go retrace steps and show him the same coordinates and whatnot. So we will see. But my biggest question is if and when at all the kids would maybe rendezvous again with Jod. I don't think they want to. So we'll see if they can, avoid him, or if they're just going to be on the run from him. But if anything, I'm curious to see, now that they are unchaperoned again, they're navigating all this just with themselves. I'm curious to see, how their group dynamic might have changed now that they're back at it, trying to fend for themselves, see what happens. So without further ado, let's get into episode 6. 0 friends again. Well, frick. That's sad. Title, okay. Oh god. This actually kind of looks fun. But where's it gonna dump them? Oh, ow! Ouch, they just got rocket launched.
KB?
Oh!
Are you okay? Sometimes her augs go bad and then she can't move.
Is she gonna be okay?
Yeah. It's okay.
Dang, I didn't realize that thing controlled more than just her, vision. Oh my god.
I'd like to check out.
Don't move. You're not going anywhere.
I was coming to find you.
Save it, Silvo. You're going straight to Captain Brutus.
33!
Attack!
Oh! Great. No, they're gonna capture Smee.
Like the ones that Kim called. She said they were called X-Wings. Jod said X-Wings were bad. Oh, they're the good ones. It's too bad, because I have the coordinates home and everything.
Oh, shoot.
Perfect. So now we just need to climb back to our ship. That's not perfect. It's impossible. You are okay, right? Maybe we should consider some other options.
I can't think of any other options.
You can't.
Why are you?
Because if you were actually interested, you'd actually be listening for once.
Fern! They could be dangerous. No, they're friendly.
Oh god.
Wim, We need to climb back to the ship and
Up there? This isn't a game. I know it's not a game. Really, we all need to work together to get back to the ship. I know, that's what I've been saying. We can follow them to someone who can help.
I'm with Wim.
Yeah, I guess Fern's not really the captain anymore.
Fine. I guess we're splitting up.
Oh.
I guess we are.
So she's gonna try to climb by her. Girl, you can't scale that.
Let's go, Neil. We'll pick you guys up once we get to the ship.
Didn't think Neil was gonna try to climb that thing. A little bit treacherous. Fern was even questioning whether Neil was gonna be able to make it. So this is interesting.
Captain Brutus will now pronounce the verdict.
Guilty!
Oh god.
Sir, I sentence him to death by error.
Oh no, that was his maneuver. He knows he's got someone on his side.
Wait! What of equal time? So says the pirate's code.
Equal time will now begin.
Well, what does that buy him? Is he supposed to be saying something?
I'm hungry. I've been hungry since I can remember. How long have you been hungry? Fighting over crumbs. We're all hungry! Because credits are scarce. There's never enough. What if there were a place where you didn't have to divvy up your take of brand new Old Republic credits? And I know where they make them.
You're saying stories are true.
I'm saying, we all know Brutus makes a very capable first mate. Come with me. I'll give you the entire Criffin Galaxy.
If there's no treasure, you're going for a little ride.
Well, that didn't go the way I expected, that he's actually rallied with his former crew.
KB, do you... KB!
I can't move. My ogs are corroded.
This isn't enough to report.
Have you ever done this before? Sort of. Not outside. Is this why you didn't want to climb? Sometimes she's not exactly living in the real world herself. Ever since my accident, Fern always assumed I could do anything she could. Pretending I could run around on a freezing old moon, climb a cliff. After days without maintenance. Not reality, Fern. So then just tell her that. You know how she is. I'll have 0 friends again. It's so dumb. Anyway, you could just be friends with me and Neil.
I feel so stupid for not realizing that her headpiece here was responsible for more than just like her vision.
That was close.
To what?
Total system shutdown.
She said that too casually.
Thanks, Jedi.
Look! Is that a ship?
Oh no. Well, all that climbing for nothing. I'd be salty, y'all. I'd be heated. So many freaking monsters. Oh. Sir. Oh god. They led them to their demise. Oh my god. Sheesh! There was certainly no shortage of creatures and monsters in this, y'all. Oh god. How are these kids still alive, y'all? Hold on! Oh, shnikes!
Haven't had any broken bones?
Oh. Everything's a crab here. Run, y'all! This is about to turn into Toy Story! Don't get into the incinerator, oh god. Oh my god.
I'll go jumpstart the engine. Wait, KB, who's gonna fly the ship? You are. What, me? I'll see if I can shoot that thing off!
Oh my god. They're all getting in their positions. They've learned more than they thought they did, y'all. I guess John actually kind of taught them some things. Whoa, okay, Wim. On the artillery?
Emergency hull demolition sequencer.
Forgot about that button. Oh god. Ow! I think they have no choice. Oh, it literally like sheds the hull like a skin. Look at that shiny new shit! Holy shnikes. Oh god. Well, you know what? Their survival skills have improved, y'all. They have grown. They have definitely actually... they've got some more smarts about them. Now, of course, I was curious to see, you know, how their dynamic would change now that Fern is not necessarily officially the captain anymore without SM-33 there kind of, you know, supplementing that. So I was curious to see how the dynamic of the group of kids was going to be tested now that Jod isn't there to necessarily steer them in the right direction and keep them on track. And he was really serving as the kind of survivalist, the chaperone to help them avoid death. You know, in circumstances where, as Wim was saying in, you know, the previous episode, they're all in way over their heads, and this is a lot more than they bargained for, and they've, yeah, had several near-death experiences here that they've had to dodge, but a lot of that has been with Jod by their side. So I was curious to see how the group was going to be functioning now that he's not in the picture anymore, and wasn't expecting them to split up, but I think, of course, the lesson was they are stronger together, and they all actually have learned some things. Jod did teach them some ways to stay alive here, how to operate the ship, so they don't necessarily need him anymore. I don't think there I was fearful, like, okay, how are they going to navigate this without Jod necessarily as the chaperone, you know, the kind of the only adult in the room to keep things in check. But now he's rallied with his former mates, although I think this is totally, you know, the story of the captain who everyone tried to mutiny against him, and he killed and destroyed all his own crew out of greed and selfishness to get the treasure and whatnot. I think that totally foreshadows what might be happening here with Jod, whether he's actually trying to genuinely rally his crew, or whether he secretly hates all of them because they previously mutinied against him and he wouldn't trust them anyway, so he just needs them for manpower and then is going to do the same thing and kill all of them when he gets the chance, just so he can have the treasure for himself. But I think his, you know, pitch here, this sob story, you know, to the rest of his crewmates to avoid the death penalty and just getting shoved out the airlock right on sight, I think that was probably just like a ruse to, you know, appeal to them, to remind them, like, hey, I'm your rightful captain, and aren't you sick of being the little man here? Like, we're getting shoved around by the galaxy and whatnot, you know, we've been driven to this state of things, and now let's claim what's ours. I think that is trying to appeal to them so that he can get them back on his side temporarily, but I think he's totally gonna just shove them all aside if he gets the chance. If there's one thing we know about him, that's where his loyalties lie, to himself and no one else, clearly. I think, unless, you know, he's gonna be tested and we'll see. But now he does have the coordinates, but as does KB, and the kids can clearly maneuver the ship, okay, so it's just gonna be a race to see who can get back first. But yeah, it kind of hit me as well, and I don't think the kids realized it either, how much they've actually grown, how many skills they've actually had to develop to adapt, you know, out here in the real world. Like I said, having so many near-death experiences, I don't even think they realized, you know, how much that they've learned throughout all of this, and neither did I necessarily. I've still been looking at them like they're kind of helpless, and that Jod's the only one helping to keep them in check, but they actually can handle themselves. And they've all had their moments of vulnerability and whatnot. You know, this episode of KB, again, I feel stupid for not recognizing that her, you know, headpiece there, that device, assists her with more than just vision. I didn't realize it was super in tune with, you know, her brain chemistry and whatnot, you know, how she functions her as a whole. So that was news to me, and I feel stupid that I didn't actually detect that sooner. But all of the kids have had their own moments of vulnerability here, but I think their resolve now is stronger than ever now that they realize they can do this themselves and they're not helpless. And now they're not shackled to Jod, who they didn't trust to begin with, so they have everything that they need to get back. So what's going to go wrong? What is going to intercept this seemingly semi-okay plan right now with the coordinates in KB's head? I'm very excited to see where this will ramp up, and I have a feeling Shiz might continue to hit the fan now that they could be, I don't know, colliding with Jod and the pirates. So I'm going to head on over to episode 7. I'll catch you guys in that reaction, but thank you so much for watching this one and all my other delayed reactions here for Skeleton Crew as we finish out this first season. I'll see you guys in the next one, but until then, may the force be with you guys always, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye, guys.